So I think it was Saturday. You said that you guys didn't like where you were at as a team. Just how have you, how do you or how have you kind of rejuvenated that competitive and fighting spirit within you guys?
I think it's not necessarily that we're not working hard or don't have a spirit to us. It just is things aren't rolling for individuals consistently, and seeing the same type of success from individual to individual. So it's hard to have success within a team. So it's mostly just refocusing. What can I do individually successfully that can help the team?
So, I'm sure it was a frustrating weekend, especially late for you guys last weekend. But was it kind of an eye opener, kind of saying like, this is what we need to be doing, or like, this is where we need to be as a team and we're not?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you drop, 5 games in a row, and I honestly think 4 of them, we could have won. It's not like we were blown out. Even the Moorhead game, you're right in it. You start off 10-0 run and go into halftime, down 12. Pretty much shows you it's a pretty even match after that. So, it ended up 25, but it really wasn't a 25-point game. It was just, they took off on us when, in that little, stint in the third quarter. So, we're seeing gains, but at the same time, until we see some consistency individually, offensively, we can't grow. If we have 4 kids that we're not sure what you're going to bring to the table, day in and day out, and one kid where isn't really an offensive threat, that makes it pretty difficult every week to say, all right, who are we? So we can't grow as a team unless we grow up a little bit individually, and that just comes with as a coach telling kids where we see them film wise and just knowing kids generally, here's where you can be successful. So focus on that and don't put too much on your plate.
Yeah. So you get Wayne State and Augustana this weekend. What are you up against this weekend?
Yeah, 2 different teams definitely, but similar in the way we might, probably see a lot of zones this weekend, some full court pressure, kids that aren't afraid to launch the 3. Both teams played quick in transition, but different styles of offense definitely. Wayne, just a new coach, and they just got their post back a couple games ago, so they're still getting into their own. A lot of talent there. And then Augie is Augie. Every year somebody steps up who didn't play as much the year before, and you graduate 5 kids and you think, all right, Augie's going to be down, and they're never down. They just are always developing. So fast pace, let it fly basketball out of them again this year. So on the road, a very difficult road weekend, a couple afternoon games right before Christmas break during finals. We definitely need an extra lock in.
And talk about preparation this week with finals, with the weird schedule with Saturday, Sunday playing, and all the things that are going on this week. How has it affected your preparation?
It's just hard for practices. Every year finals week, you're not going to have every kid there. We're got some extra digging dents with some kids with injuries, trying to get them back. So it's just excuses. It is what it is. But it's hard to make significant gains and growth during a week as a team when every day it's a different group of 10 or 11 kids that can actually practice. So we just do the best with what we have and what we can, and again, focus on kids individually.
Pretend she's not in the room. How important is it that you got Taylor Vold back to start playing some basketball for you?
Yeah, it's huge. When we recruit the kid, the main thing is just her toughness. We tell every kid still when we recruit, we have a kid that runs through the brick wall for us, and that's who she is. And to throw her into a weekend where we're playing 2 of the biggest teams in our conference, and she's a true stretch 4 for us, and having to play some different roles when we're as small as we are, it's pretty significant for a kid to come and play 40 minutes in her first college debut weekend. So it's whatever we ask, as long as she's healthy and feels good, she's going to do for us, and that helps us a ton both in practice and games.
Your feelings now that you're finally able to play and you were able to get out this weekend, how do you feel about your play and in general physically after the weekend?
Well, when I first got in there, it was kind of one of those things that's like, holy crap, I'm actually in a game right now, because it has been so long. And it was just great because I just wanted to work hard, get out there, contribute to the team, because I've been watching them all work hard every single game, and I've just been eager to finally kind of help and participate and contribute. And so to be able to do that this last weekend, it was pretty exciting, and I was pretty happy, and I'm looking forward to do so again this weekend.
And how did you feel physically after those 2 games?
I mean, physically during the games I felt fine. It's kind of one of those things where it's like afterwards I feel a little pain, but it's kind of one of those things where you just got to shake it off and get going the next week on Monday. So.
You mentioned sitting on the bench watching everyone play. What did you learn from that experience watching the team play?
I learned a lot, definitely preseason, during, and at the beginning of the season when it started. You can kind of see the do's and don'ts of what coach wants and what she doesn't want, and you can get a better understanding of what to do once you get out there. So there's like some things when I was on the court and I was like, oh, I remember I can't do this because I remember what she said on the bench. So it definitely helps get a better perspective as well when I'm out on the court.
It kind of make you want to be a coach someday, being on the sideline, or what?
Definitely someday I'll probably want to be a coach, but right now I just got to focus on playing. So.
And this weekend, a couple of tough games, long road trip. Talk about this weekend and what you're looking for from yourself and the team.
This weekend, mostly, we just got to push through. Obviously, like Coach said, coming off of finals, it's a tough week, but it's a tough week for everybody too. So we just got to keep working, keep pushing. They're going to be fast, and I think that's one thing that this team can bring too is speed. So just got to keep pushing the court and our offense and defense and just keep it up, keep working.